Pretty little stream.
Good morning. It's the last full day on the trail. My plan is to leave here from Allen and go to Council Grove. And that will be it for this trip. Be about between 94 to 97 miles, depending on which map I'm looking at. But been a good day. As you see, the sky is beautiful. There's a little bit of red in there. Look at the clouds. They're spectacular. Well, let's get on the trail. Okay, I showed you the Flint Hills version of the Green Tunnel. Now I want to show you Kansas version of a scenic vista. It's a beautiful morning. I've talked about these rolling hills. This is a really good spot to let you see what I'm talking about as you look out through in the distance. Coming up on Bushong, I think that's the way you pronounce it, Bushong, B-U-S-H-O-N-G. And that's 5 miles so far, making good time. And gonna stop here, get a cup of coffee, have a little breakfast. Main Street of Bushong. Just make sure there's no traffic coming. These busy streets will get you. I've never been to Ireland. Really want to go someday, but I would expect it might look something like this. They've built retaining walls for the runoff to bring it down through this way. It's really neat. Sandstone cut rock. A lot of work in that. Cows don't seem to mind me here. I just summited the highest point on the Flint Hills Trail, 17,992
inches. 1,441 feet. But that's okay. It is gorgeous out here. This area west of Bashong has just been views to behold. Hello, little one. These vicious snakes. Gotta watch these snakes out here. He's so big. Here's a great example of the shale that lies between these layers of sandstone. And this stuff, you can see, it's just very, very fragile. It washes away. You can see it up here where the soil's eroding up there. And then that's where it falls apart. And over time, it's covered with earth and forms the slopes of these Flint Hills with the sandstone and flint being harder. Ah, here we go. Here's perfect. Look at this. Here you go. Now, so you can see the sandstone, and then above it there's a layer of shale followed by another layer of sandstone. And that's the way these Flint Hills form. Is the erosion chips away at the shale, and then the layers of sandstone collapses on one another. It turns into these rolling hills. See? Just collapses after a while under its own weight. We're about 9 miles from Council Bluff, and the end of my journey on the Flint Hills Trail until it's finished and goes from Council Bluff to Harrington. And when that happens, I'll come back, I hope, and finish it out. I was shooting this video for the drone. The owner of this ranch stopped by, so we talked for a long time, and he told me more about the history of the area. And you know, this Flint Hills Trail is on an old abandoned railway. Talked about that. He was pointing to some trees where there was a railroad before this railroad had gone in. Talked about different remains of little house plots and little settlement dwellings all over this place. We must have talked for 30 minutes. And then he was talking about how he wished he knew the history of it. Well, he knows a lot, but he's right. There is so much history out here that no one really ever knows it. But what a gift to be able to sit and talk with him very gracious guy, has 1,500 head of cattle out here on this land where his cattle now graze. Is where herds of buffalo used to graze on this huge Great Plains of North America. I'm at the 90-mile mark now. 4 more miles, I'll be into Council Grove. That'll be the end of this Flint Hills Trail hike for me, at least for now, until they open the second section. So I sit back and I reflect on what I've had here. Beautiful sights. Beautiful plant life. Animals. The sky has been gorgeous, and yet it's the people. It's always the people that make it so remarkable. So, as we continue on these trails less traveled, let's go walking